gonna be a big sister? Excited to meet your sissy? Yeah? It is the beginning of our labor vlog, and we are going to meet this girl so soon. We are heading to my mom's right now for dinner, and then we are going to the hospital at 7 p.m. for the start of our induction. So we are just going to grab a bite to eat and enjoy the last couple hours as a family of 3. And then Aviana will be staying at my mom's. And yeah, so we will check in with you guys when we get to the hospital.
Walk through the door. I'm hit by the same old side, blinded by the lights.
How much does a baby weigh? Guessing that you put the baby was gonna be like 28 inches long or something? Yeah. What day do you think baby will be born?
Tomorrow.
Okay, but a day.
The 3rd, September.
Okay, September 3rd.
Yeah. No, today's the 2nd.
September 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
What time?
Time. So we go in at 7. I don't know. Say 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning. How much do you think she's gonna weigh? Her last scan, she was 6 pounds 3 ounces.
She's gonna be 7, 8, 9.
7, 8 or 7, 9?
7, 9. 7, 9.
So she's gonna be 1 ounce bigger than Avi.
Then I'll be, yeah.
Today, the 2nd, 11:05, 6.8.
What time did you get your Pitocin with Avi, and what time did you deliver? Because I have no idea how long a Pitocin takes to work.
Yeah.
My water was broken at 11 a.m. with Avi, and I had delivered her at 3:49 p.m.
But you didn't get Pitocin.
They shut off my Pitocin because I went that fast.
But were you dilated before you got the
1
Pitocin?
centimeter dilated.
Oh. And you, what time did they give it to you? What time did they give you the Pitocin?
When they broke
Listen.
my water at 11 a.m.
Listen,
And what time did you deliver?
Ken on Jeopardy, we just answer the
3:49
questions. We don't ask questions.
Okay.
I had
seven.
under 5 hours total.
Oh.
5 hours. So
He's at home.
I'm gonna say you're gonna deliver.
Today or tomorrow.
I'm gonna say tomorrow.
So September 3rd.
I'm gonna say 2:26
What? AM or PM?
a.m.
AM.
I'm gonna go
Wait.
for 26 because we were 26.
Hold on. AM or PM? AM.
a.m.
How much do you think she's gonna weigh?
I think she's gonna be 7'9".
7,
What
9.
did Monty say?
7, 9. Do you want to go 1 under in case he loses?
7, 8.5.
Okay, Vasa.
Here we go. September 3rd. That'll be on Tuesday. It's going to be early in the morning at 3:13 a.m.
Okay.
And the weight is going to be 7 pounds 1 ounce.
7 pounds 1 ounce. Grandma, when do you think baby will be born? Today or tomorrow? Tomorrow. Do you know what time tomorrow you think?
Pick a time.
Pick a time, anytime.
In the morning.
Grandma's gonna win.
In the morning.
Early morning?
Yes.
What time?
What time? 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
2 o'clock?
Around 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock in the morning? Perfect. How much do you think she's gonna weigh?
7 and 2.
I think she's gonna come tomorrow,
September 3rd.
September 3rd, and I think she'll come at 6:26 a.m.
That's our time for
7.6 for the weight.
Isn't that how much you weigh?
That's funny. Come on. Can you turn it and you answer the same questions?
I think she's going to be born September 3rd.
I went for chicken now.
I think she's going to be born at 3:47
Yeah, it's always good. Come here, sit over here. Thank you.
a.m. Because I think Avi was 3:47 or 3:49.
And the weight?
September 3rd, I think she's going to be born at 3:47 a.m. I think she's going to be 7 pounds and 7 ounces.
Avi,
Mr. Potato. Mrs. Knows.
can I ask you a
Avi
question? Do you think that you're gonna have a baby sister tonight or tomorrow? Tonight.
Okay.
And do you think she's gonna weigh more than you or be smaller than you?
Okay.
Good. That's good enough.
We are pulling up to the hospital and we just left my mom's. So we're going to park the car. We're running a little bit late.
Yeah, I'm whipping.
No, it's because it's kind of his fault. He was talking to everyone. But it's okay, next one. And we're going to park the car. My sister should be behind us shortly. Aviana jumped in her car, so we had to physically remove her from that car as well. So we're just going to get upstairs, get settled in, and we will check in with you guys shortly. It's the baby's bag. All right, so just tuck these somewhere in here. Can't forget the Tums. Okay, that goes in. There's a big long strap if you want it. It's better because you can always sleep on it. You excited, Dad?
Yeah.
Meeting the babe. We just got fully settled into the room and I am hooked up to the monitor. I have everything going over there, which I'll show you in a minute. I'm actually have Matthias give you guys a room tour in just a second. So
No.
yes, babe. At my last appointment, I was a quote generous one, and I came in and my doctor was like, "Who told you you were a generous one?" So I'm clearly not really dilated that much. So they did go ahead and do the Cytotec and they put that in. Is it Cytotec or Cervidil? I think it was the Cervidil. The pill, not the strip. So they put in the pill. I'll double check which one and I'll put it on the screen. But they put that in and it has to sit in there for 4 hours. And then they're going to do another dose in 4 hours. So we are going to see. My doctor is planning to stay overnight, which I'm really thankful that she's doing that because the next doctor coming on, I have never even heard of, which I thought it was just all of my doctors that rotate. And of course, I got the one day that it's not anyone that I've heard of.
With the new hires.
It's the new hire from the summer, but like I've never even heard of this doctor. I don't know if it's a male. I don't know if it's a female. I don't know. So my doctor will be staying until 8 o'clock in the morning. So our plan is that right now it's 8:40 p.m. I'm gonna have this baby before 8 a.m. I have to. I want to have this baby before 8 a.m. So they did this Cytotec or Cervidil. My doctor basically said that once I'm at least dilated, she'll break my water. It's just a matter of getting me there. So I'm really hoping that this stuff works and my contractions pick up and that my body recognizes what to do. But until we have really anything else to fill you guys in on, that's pretty much it. I did bring up the snack bag. And it's a really good assortment of snacks in there. So, yeah. Do you want to show the room around? That's your chair. This is my quarters. So this is where contractions are at, which there's some mild right now. Is it focusing?
Yeah.
And this is where little baby's gonna go.
And that's it. And
Well, the bathroom's over in the corner. Your lovely, perfect wife.
rompa la huevo, baby.
He's gonna go sit in his chair. I don't know, why aren't you gonna extend it?
Not yet. I'm fine. Actually, you might charge her soon.
It is 9:40 and 9:44. And I had the Cytotec put in around, let me see, I had the medication put in around 8:15, and at like, I'm gonna say a little bit before 9 p.m. my contractions started getting pretty intense pretty quickly, and I will say it's about 3 to 4 minutes apart, and I'm getting one right now. Ooh. Right. Yeah, so they're coming about every 3 to 4 minutes, and they're getting pretty intense. Nothing where I feel like I need the epidural yet. Like I said, I just got Cytotec put in and I was not even dilated, so I'm probably going to give it at least an hour, obviously depending on what they feel like, because I went very quickly with my first, and I don't know if I've ever like recapped what happened with my first baby, but when I came in I was 1 centimeter, and they did the Cytotec or Cervidil, the strip, and that went in overnight, so it was 12 hours. They put it in at like 8 p.m. and then by 8 a.m. they checked me and nothing had really like gone through, so they gave it some time and it didn't really do much. So at 11 a.m. my doctor had just broken my water, and my daughter was born at 3:49 p.m. So I had under 5 hours of labor, so they went really quickly, and so they're expecting that my body this time around will also go very quickly, which is a little bit more rare for an induction. Usually inductions are a little bit longer, but I did go very fast with my first. So I am hoping that we have a fast and smooth labor with this baby as well, but you never really know. So I don't want to think that I'm going to dilate like that, or that I'm not going to dilate at all, so I don't really know what to expect. But I am on the ball now just to like give my tailbone a break. My tailbone was hurting really badly sitting in bed, but I had to sit in bed for a little bit just to make sure the medication stayed where it needed to. So I already just got up and went to the bathroom. Ooh, this one's big. I'm coming off that one. Since I'm not on any pain medication or Pitocin or anything like that, I can still eat, luckily. And I'm just having a few Pringles. I feel like I need salt. My mouth feels like it's craving salt. Matthias is having a Slim Jim. Comfy in his chair. So my sister did come with us, and she was here for the first part of it just so that she could get a bracelet so she can come and go past visiting hours, which are 8 p.m., which obviously it's way past 8 p.m. So she's able to come and go as she wants. But she went home. She's going to go let our dog out, and then I guess maybe come back, maybe not come back until tomorrow. Who knows? So we will see, but that is the update for now, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit.
I needed more protein shakes. And then
Oh, no, babe.
chicken powder things, because they come in like 4 different packages. You can cut up the packages.
Well, she came very quickly. We had a 5-hour labor, and yeah, she's here. We're gonna soak up this first hour, and then we'll check back in a little bit. But basically, we didn't even have time to set up the camera because I went from a 2 to an 8 in like an hour, and then went from an 8 to pushing into contractions. So
I'm trying to help you, but I wasn't.
yeah, we're really happy she's here. She's happy, she's safe, and she's tiny. She's tinier than we all thought she was gonna be. So I'm gonna check in with you guys soon. Happy birthday, baby. Okay, you guys, we are 4 o'clock in the morning. This girl's still snuggling. Just doing a little skin to skin. Good morning, you guys.
Don't you worry about it. Welcome back to the vlog.
Welcome back to the vlog. It's 8:30 a.m. and I didn't sleep only because we got transferred here at what, 3:30. But our baby is here. Oh, this coffee is terrible. Ugh, I should have packed sugar. I just got my breakfast delivered. I'm just having some pancakes. I ordered a bagel, a sausage patty, a banana, and a coffee. I do still have the snack bag, but I've been like, I want carbs. I actually really want McDonald's French fries. That's like the #1 thing that I want right now, but the baby is in her bassinet. She's napping right now. She's been kind of a lethargic eater. She just really wants to sleep, and I tried, let's see, she ate at 1:30, and she was born at 1 a.m. and then she ate again at 6:15. I tried from like 4 o'clock on to try to get her to eat, and she just didn't want to eat. So the labor was so fast and crazy that we actually didn't even have much footage. I don't even remember what the last thing that we filmed was, but that went so quickly. It was wild. I'm gonna eat a little bit and then catch you guys up because I still feel a little delirious, and I definitely need to have a little bit of coffee and eat something before I tell you guys everything that went on. I did make notes in my phone, so I'm just gonna read those off of like what exactly happened, but a baby girl is here, and then I will show you her in a little bit when she wakes up to eat.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken, 'cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
Hello, you guys. I finally have a minute to myself. I feel like it was really crazy. I ended up taking like an 1.5 hour nap after I ate, which was really needed, and I'm gonna order a little bit of lunch in a minute, but I wanted to catch you guys up on the birth of our baby girl and exactly what happened and why there's not a ton of footage from the actual labor and delivery itself. Just grabbed my phone, but this girl's spitting up quite a bit, and it's a little bit of colostrum. There's some yellow in there, so we just had our first poop, and I'm just gonna kind of keep her by the window to get some of the sunlight on her right now while I go over this with you guys. But wow, that labor was crazy. So I did jot down notes in my phone because I had a feeling this was gonna go quickly, and labor delivery unit and doctor did not expect it to go the way it did, but it was very good, safe delivery. But we started our induction at like 7 p.m. and obviously it takes a little bit of time to get everything settled in, go over all the questions from the hospital and whatnot. So the actual induction itself didn't start until 8:13 was when I signed consent for I think the Cytotec to be put in. And we did place that. For those that don't know, Cytotec is a 4-hour pill medication that's placed right against your cervix, and it's supposed to just help like ease and soften your cervix, which I was lucky enough that my cervix was pretty soft, but they said it could help jumpstart labor, but mostly it's just to kind of soften so that they can start Pitocin and have an easier time like reaching to break my water. So we did go ahead and do that at 8:13, and I would say about 40 minutes. Yeah, I wrote contractions picked up within 40 minutes, and I went from being virtually not dilated at all to contractions consistent every 3 to 4 minutes within 40 minutes. When that was going on for about an hour, finally the nurse came in and was like, hey, I'm noticing out there that you're having pretty consistent contractions, and they were picking up like quickly, like they were strong. They weren't like little contractions. I was like, oh wow, okay, like I feel these. I was able to still talk to them, but they were like starting to kind of catch my breath a little bit. Finally, that was around like 9:30, 9:45. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna like labor here for a little bit. And I was trying to get some work done on my computer. I was doing some marketing stuff. And then around 11 o'clock, I was asked to be checked because it felt very close to the pain that I felt with my daughter when I asked for my epidural. I was like getting stabbing pains in the front and they were low. So I was like, no, this doesn't feel right. I was like, this doesn't feel right. Like this feels how I felt when I had eventually asked for the epidural and I was 5.5 centimeters. So I was like, let me just have her check me because she told me they really don't check until the morning, but she would check me anytime I asked. So she checked me and she was like, actually, you're at a 2. So from the cytotech being placed at 8 to 11, I was 2 centimeters. So the medication not only softened my cervix, but it actually dilated me, which she said is not as common because most people need more doses than just one. But she was like, clearly this is doing it for you. And I was just in so much pain that I was using Matthias to lean against. I didn't even have time to grab my camera. And then I really had a conversation with myself. Do I want to get the epidural at 2 centimeters or do I want to wait? I didn't know if I was feeling like a wuss or not.
Hi, honey.
Matthias just brought me McDonald's French fries. I'm very excited.
Baby. My hair. My hair.
You're everything. I did decide to just go ahead and ask for the epidural, even though I was only 2 centimeters, because my body was starting to shake. And I knew that from my first, once I started shaking like that, it got really quick with dilation. And I didn't want to run the risk of not being able to sit still for the epidural because they had to rethread the catheter for the first time I got it with my daughter. The first time that I got it with my first daughter. So I went ahead and I just asked for the epidural, and I was on the birth ball and I was trying to change positions, but it was just like the shaking was starting to become really strong. By 11:30 p.m. the anesthesiologist came in and they placed the epidural. He was really quick and they were able to kind of time it to where he wasn't threading the epidural when I was in the middle of a contraction, which was a blessing because I didn't have to try to like go through all of that, but there was a lot of stimulation between the blood pressure cuff going off, the contraction, the spinal situation with the epidural. So I was definitely in a lot of pain there, but not as much pain as I was in from the contractions itself. So that was really quick, and I think I only had 2 contractions during the actual epidural process, and a lot of it was just like the local numbing anesthesia, and then when he was taping me up, that I had a contraction, but during the actual process I did not, which was great. At 12 a.m., about 30 minutes after he finished like placing and everything, it took him about like 5 minutes to do the epidural. It wasn't long at all. The meds finally started spreading because for a while I was really, really numb on my left side and not my right, but the meds started spreading and I was just like, got my contractions down to cramping, but I will say that only lasted like 15 to 20 minutes. And then I started feeling like intense contractions all over again. And at that point I looked at Matthias and was like, no, the epidural is not working. And the nurse was a little confused because she was like, well, we just got it down, so there's no way it should be like really intense again, and I was like gripping the rails on the bed, like they were really intense. So she called in the doctor like 10 minutes later to come do a cervical check, and I went from 2 centimeters to 8 centimeters. So I was definitely feeling the contractions, and it was not like it wasn't working. It was just they were really strong and they were coming fast. So they paged the anesthesiologist to come up and give me a boost of the medicine. But long story short, by the time he got there, the baby was already here. So at 12:55 a.m., I was like telling Matthias, like, I have to poop. I have insane pressure. This was literally like 3 minutes after they had checked me. It was not long at all. And I was like, no, I'm pushing. Like, I can feel my body pushing. So our nurse was like yelling at everyone to come in, and it was in the middle of a shift change because the shift change was at 1 a.m. and it was literally right before 1 a.m. I think it was like 12:55 or something like that. And they basically put my legs in stirrups and were like, okay, baby's like right there. Like, it's time to go. And I did one big push. Her head came out. I could feel her shoulders like resting on either side of me, which was kind of weird. And like, I definitely will say that as much as I had the epidural, I felt what is known as the ring of fire. Obviously, it's not as insane as it would have been if I was going natural, but I felt labor. And I'm actually kind of glad I did because it helped me get her out. But then I remember Matthias looking at me being like, you need to push one big push. And her whole body just came out, like everything, like water, everything flew right out. And that was when she was born, exactly at 1 a.m. on the dot. So it was very quick, very fast. We were not expecting that. Matthias actually had like made his bed and laid down right before I started gripping the rail beds and the bed rails. And he was like, I'm not getting sleep. Like, he could tell, like, this was it. He was like, let's have a baby. So it was really, really quick. But she's here. She's safe. She had a nice, fat, juicy umbilical cord. They were all very impressed with that. And yeah, so she is 21 1/4 inch, and she is 7 pounds and 0.47 ounces. And she is just perfect in every way. We're so in love with her. So today has just been a sleepy day for her. A lot going on. But yeah, so I wanted to catch you up on that's like why I don't have a ton of footage. But I will vlog a little bit more later. I might end this vlog here and do like the full night with a newborn. So I wanted to thank you guys for watching and being a part of this journey with us. And we cannot wait to do her name reveal in the next vlog. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. And we will see you all in the next one.
I feel so
Happy
free.
birthday, baby girl.
Oh, my sweet